Greetings everyone, and welcome to Magnificent Malevolence, a series where I explore the most interesting villains in video games, TV shows, and movies. Today I'll be discussing the character Dr. Robotnik, also known as the mad scientist Dr. Eggman, and the main antagonist in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Unlike villains who experience loss, are blinded by love, or experience torture, this is a character whose early motivations are relatively simple to understand. He seems to be evil for the sake of being evil. He seeks to conquer the world and shape it in his image. He derives amusement from destroying the world and plastering his face on his new creations. The use of the term narcissist is an understatement for this character. In this video, I'll be diving into his appearances in TV shows, main series video games, and comics. Now let's begin. Originally designed to be the mascot of Sega, Eggman is shown as Sonic's opposite. While Sonic is fast, short, and fit, Eggman is slow, tall, and fat, with his design being based on the characters of Humpty Dumpty and Mario. His appearance garners ridicule consistently from the main characters in the series, and Eggman is written to unintentionally provide comic relief. However, the main characteristic that keeps him competitive with Sonic is his genius intellect, which is listed as 300 IQ. Eggman enjoys building machinery and using his intellectual gift to transform animals into robots. At the time of his creation in the late 1980s, there was a strong debate between environmentalists and developers on what group was better for society. Eggman symbolizes those in favor of developers, and is a symbol for people who view nature as dirty and roads and buildings as clean. His goal is to conquer the world and create his utopia in his image, commonly under monikers beginning with Egg, such as Egg Empire or Eggman Land. His drive to transform the world has provoked him into many despicable and insidious actions, such as destroying the moon as a form of intimidation. Anyone who attempts to interrupt him, he plans to eliminate swiftly. Little is known about Eggman's upbringing, but it's revealed in the early Sonic comic book series that his original name was Ovi Kintobar, and he was a friend of Sonic, helping him to develop his super speed. An accident during an experiment involving the Chaos Emeralds, 7 emeralds with mystical powers, and a rotten egg caused him to become Eggman and evil. He also looked up to his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, a world-renowned scientist who inspired Eggman to explore science. Eggman is a master manipulator, and this skill is shown multiple times in the Sonic universe. The character Knuckles the Echidna is consistently one of Eggman's victims. After losing to Sonic for the second time in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Eggman crashes his Death Egg machine, his signature massive battleship, modeled using his face, into the floating Angel Island, an island that Knuckles protects that holds the Master Emerald, a godlike relic with ultimate power and raw chaos energy, holding enough power to bring the destructive Death Egg machine back into orbit. This crash destroyed most of the forest and mountains on the island, and forced the island to crash into the ocean. Knuckles investigates the crash and meets Eggman, who quickly convinces him that he is a kind scientist who is also investigating the crash. Knuckles, a kind-hearted person, has never left the island and is ignorant to outsiders and their evil doings. Eggman realizes this and appeals to Knuckles' nature of wanting to protect his island, and he tells Knuckles that Sonic and his sidekick Tails want to steal the Master Emerald. This brilliant tactic accomplishes a few things. Knuckles keeps Sonic and Tails at bay while they search to defeat Eggman again. This allows Eggman to transform the island's animals into robots and remodel the island in his image as he rains hellfire on the island's forest. This also allows him to search for the Master Emerald to repower his Death Egg. Eggman later reveals he tricked Knuckles and electrocutes him, preventing retaliation. Eggman launches the Death Egg back into orbit, but unfortunately, Sonic is able to defeat Eggman and destroy the Death Egg. At this point, if not for the heroics of Sonic, Eggman's intellect would have easily propelled him to world domination. With every defeat, Eggman becomes more evil and unhinged in his efforts for world domination. In Sonic Adventure, after his egg carrier was destroyed by Sonic, Eggman abandons his plans to take over the city named Station Square and remodel it into Robotnik Land. Wanting a win under his belt, he decides to bomb the city with a launched missile while he is in the middle of the city. He did this intentionally, stating he will destroy the whole city if it means Sonic will die. However, the missile turned out to be a dud and didn't blow up. This action, while ending up in failure, gives us a look into Eggman's mental health, showing us that he is willing to kill himself, millions of people, and Sonic to feel superior, which is a stark contrast from his plans of simply controlling the world. It seems Eggman holds a deep-seated hatred for Sonic that stems from multiple defeats, and this causes him to become a rash decision-maker. In Sonic Adventure 2, Eggman is nearing completion with his plans for world domination. He's enlisted Shadow the Hedgehog and Rouge the Bat to help him. They have collected 6 out of 7 Chaos Emeralds needed to bring the Eclipse Cannon to full power. Eggman used the cannon at half strength to destroy the moon as a show of power, intimidating the people on Earth to bow down to his rule. Sonic and his friends possess the last emerald. To counter his plans, Tails creates a fake emerald that will blow up the Eclipse Cannon when placed into the machine. Before Sonic could blow up the cannon, Eggman captures Tails and his love interest Amy, stopping Sonic from his mission. Sonic shows up, and Eggman demands he give him the last emerald while holding Amy at gunpoint. Sonic sarcastically remarks Eggman has outdone himself this time with his plan, believing Eggman will blow up the cannon by mistake. However, Eggman traps Sonic in an escape pod and reveals he knew about the fake emerald. Tails asks how he knew the emerald was fake, and Eggman responds that Tails just told him. To the despair of his friends, Sonic is ejected into space and his escape pod blows up. Eggman then fights Tails and eventually captures the 7th Chaos Emerald needed for the Eclipse Cannon. This is a perfect showing of Eggman's superior intellect, crafting up a plan that eliminates his nemesis and will give him the last emerald needed to finish powering up his weapon. While this was a genius strategy, it should be noted that earlier in the story that Eggman's scanning machines picked up 2 emerald energies in space where Sonic and his friends are, while the Eclipse Cannon had 6 emeralds inside. This would mean there were 8 emeralds total, but Eggman, knowing there are only 7 Chaos Emeralds, remarks, "Did they really think they could trick me with that fake emerald?" Eggman tells Shadow, but stops him before he could confront them, claiming he will be the one to tell them that his plan will succeed. He says he plans to end his drawn-out battle with Sonic and become the ultimate genius. Eggman's repeated defeats have likely given him an insecurity when facing his nemesis, believing he could never beat him. This thought process shows his determination to finally gain the upper hand on Sonic and give him an embarrassing defeat in the same manner Eggman has received for years. Although Sonic ultimately escaped using the fake emerald, Eggman expertly capitalized on the chance of taking out Sonic in a spectacular fashion, and this opportunity allows him to finally eliminate his demons. Eggman's biggest downfall can be attributed to his increasing hate for Sonic, which continually blinds him in his quest for domination. Additionally, his enormous IQ is also a detriment in many of his plans. His 300 IQ gives him a self-important personality and makes him an egotistical narcissist. This causes him to overlook crucial flaws in his plans, such as freeing the powerful but unpredictable monster named Chaos in Sonic Adventure. Eggman believed he could control Chaos after he powered up, but Chaos rebelled against the Doctor, forcing Eggman to team up with Sonic to defeat the monster. On another occasion, Eggman created a robot named Metal Sonic, a robot made to rival Sonic in speed and strength. In Sonic Heroes, Eggman sends out threats to Sonic and his friends, stating that he'll take over the world in 3 days if no one can stop him. In actuality, it was Metal Sonic who locked up Eggman in his laboratory and sent out the threats to provoke everyone to attack a fake Eggman. While being attacked, Metal Sonic gathered data and DNA to power himself up and become the ultimate being, surpassing what Eggman had in mind for his creation. Eggman's overconfidence is, without a doubt, a factor in his regular losses and leads to unintentional self-sabotage. It seems Eggman is his own biggest enemy. So, who is Eggman? A genius scientist with a superiority complex displaying hubris at every moment. A man who would likely rule the earth already, if it weren't for Blue Hedgehog and his ego. Thank you for watching the first video in my new series, Magnificent Malevolence. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.